I'm doing okay. Sorry, I'm a tiny bit late because I was like, "Oh my god, it's time. What the fuck is
I'm doing
the day
okay.
is gone."
I mean, the demon was bad enough. Let's hope we don't ever ever find a dragon. Yeah, my demon, she is not very great. Like they vary case by case. Okay, that's helpful.
And I have the song on this playlist. Are we still having this conversation in this, the year of our Lord 2021? So, if I recall correctly, we were doing Club Take Two because of Ezra Ezra's show. And so we were scoping things out, trying to figure out what our next step was, and then we were prepping to make sure that we were actually going to get the stabbing done. Oh, yes. And we Yes, my little old vampire hunting lady friend.
Struggling to pay off your student loans? We have an answer. iHunt. With iHunt, slay monsters in your spare time to pay off credit cards, get caught up on your student loans, or just have a little me money. iHunt. Be a hero. You pick the hours. Are you unemployed? Struggling to pay off your student loans?
Because the sound gets weird when we want to have certain things muted. All right, I am Michael Matthews. I am running iHunt. Welcome to, I believe, our session 4. My pronouns are he, him, and I am the GM. Do we want to just go down in the order that we see ourselves in the Foundry bottom left-hand side? You want to introduce yourself and your character? From Cass, Kirst, Lexa, and Z.
So, I'm Cass. My pronouns are they, them. I play Ezra Skenadoa. Their pronouns are they, them. Ezra is a music professor at the college, and at night is a DJ producer and is trying to break into the scene a little bit more.
I am Kirst, she, her. I am playing Morgan Black, who uses she, they pronouns. Morgan Black is an Evelina and a PhD candidate in gender and sexuality. She teaches classes at the local college, and she knows a little bit of magic after encountering a sorcerer before the stream days.
Hi, I'm Lexa, she, her. I'm playing Summer, and Summer is my trash baby, who is mine, and I love them. They love to beat up monsters and anyone who looks at her wrong, and she is barely keeping her life together.
I'm Z, he, him. Eventually, sometime soon, I will not be in the dark. I am playing Quinn Shay, he, they. Known best for having a person for every occasion, from corpse cleanup to that new job, considering he can't hold a job for more than a week. He's working on it. Really. Promise.
All right. So, do we want to go quickly into how we left y'all off last time? Someone give a recap?
So the first thing we had to do was deal with some bodies in a trash can, because we had some vampires that we successfully dealt with, but, you know, corpses. But as Quinn is wont to do, he knows a person. And now the gang is casing out yet another one of Ezra's concerts, this time with the intent of finishing the job.
All right, you are going after Gabor, who is one of the vampires, who's kind of a little lower on the totem pole, but working his way up in the local sort of vampire community. And you've been sent after him by your demon kind of patron is the wrong word, but
Sugar daddy.
Sugar daddy.
Is he a sugar demon?
We're like 2 steps away from patron.
Patron.
Come on, we just need one on that little contract.
So, last time you had actually gone through and you had sort of checked out the area itself. I'm trying to remember because it's been a while. Were the scoped out Weasley business dude and the lay of the land and camera free zone, were those from the previous club that you were at?
No.
No, they were from this one.
Okay. Yeah. So I believe we kind of, Gabor is impressed by Ezra. We still have a couple free invokes there. A Kush gig that has been advertised. There is still a invoke there. So at this point, Move a couple of these things around a little bit. I believe you all shown up before the actual gig, or we want to start off kind of with that gig?
We showed up and set up, and then I think that's where we kind of ended.
All right.
Yeah, we had prepped all of our setup. That's where we were at.
At the very end, I believe we had overheard someone talking to Gabor.
Yeah, Gabor was went into the back with a some private offices. Did I use the right? NPCs in use. Gabor. Oh, that's why. Because the tokens get a little weird in Foundry. All right, so doing just a tiny bit of rewind, just because it's been a couple weeks. You'd set up the stuff for the actual DJ booth and everything. What are y'all doing at the... There we go. Let me just change this. Gabor. There we go. What are y'all doing at the club? At Night Craving. Remember here, it's too hip and edgy by a damn sight full of wannabe millionaires, and there are business deals that are done in the back.
Business deals.
All right. Yep. You want to start with Ezra?
Yeah. So I'm obviously getting ready. Probably make my way into the bathroom, start putting my hair together, get sorted out so that I'm ready to go on stage when it's time.
Okay. All right, so you're getting ready. What about Morgan, Quinn, and Summer?
So the thing that Quinn is best at is that sort of fitting in anywhere and schmoozing and looking for opportunities. So Quinn is gonna grab a drink at the bar, and make a show of drinking more than they actually are.
Okay. You're up at the bar having yourself a couple drinks. Yeah, bartender just gonna slide some stuff over your way. Yeah, and Sandra's Vane, the club owner, right now is just sort of working the bar as things are still getting in. The rest of her people are running around, getting some stuff set up, because most people don't show up until a little bit later. You're at the bar. What about Morgan or Summer?
I'd say Morgan's trying to like blend in, act casual. She's probably not that great at it though, but better than like frat boy at a goth club. Like not that out of place, I assume.
A little better than last time. Like this place can be like a little like wannabe edgy, but however it is also you get a lot of like the young like not hipsters, but what are the ones you call that? They're the yuppies.
See, did Quinn help me with finding a good outfit for this place?
Oh yes, of course. Yeah. Quinn is like on one sort of selfish level, it's like you guys are my posse, you reflect on me. If y'all look like chumps, I look like a chump. But also it's like genuinely something they enjoy doing, and while this outfit is probably gonna push Morgan a little bit, it's not something that's going to be so totally out of the realm of Morgan's own style. I'm thinking a little bit like oh my god, I feel like the worst person ever. I'm gonna freaking hit myself. Oh, Stevie Nicks. Yes, I am gonna hit myself.
You betrayed Stevie Nicks.
I'm sorry, forgive me. But just so it's not necessarily going to be hugely revealing or anything like that, but it's an eye for quality. It's an eye for making sure that you're not going to stick out. And yeah.
Awesome.
All right. And Summer.
So
Or yeah, I'm sorry. Morgan, did we get where you're at in the club?
All right. We have a map of the club, so let's say I'm at the bar.
Okay. Yeah, if you want, you can move yourselves in. So we have Quinn and Morgan out at the bar. What about Summer?
Summer would have done the thing of being like, okay, am I needed anywhere in particular? This blunt force instrument, do you need her anywhere? Because if not, she's going to be in the middle of the dance floor right there. Equal distance to everything else.
It has been a couple of weeks. Do we want to go through and do you want to go back over the plan that you had? Because it has been a couple of weeks.
Did we plan
That sounds
to
like
do
a
it
good
in the
idea.
club?
Yeah, we kind of planned. Like, I had you guys set things up to scout. So that's how we know where, like, cameras are and where they're not.
Yep, and the cameras, the private offices. I think you'd listen to them a little bit in the back. All right, what is your? I'm gonna refill my drink. What is your plan for tonight?
I mean, I'm gonna be playing music, so
You act like we actually planned this out.
So, Quinn has been starting to sort of build like a dealer relationship.
Mm-hmm. You've got Luboff.
Yeah, and just sort of pushing that a little more. Maybe also trying to have an opportunity to sort of be out of the way with somebody. Yeah.
All right.
I did have. We want to try and be discreet, right?
Mm-hmm.
that would be
Okay.
ideal.
You ever try to kill someone in the middle of a dance floor? Because let me tell you, it's a problem.
So I had the idea for create an advantage with blessing. Just a Shakespeare quote: "The better part of valor is discretion."
Okay, so you're casting a blessing?
Yeah.
All right. Tell me, are you doing this on the way in, or you do this while you're here?
Let's do it while on the way in, rather than right in front of the bartender.
All right. What do you have to do for your blessing?
I'd say I get out my little like book of quotes, and I kind of just say the better part of valor is discretion, while imparting some of myself into it.
Okay. And for that, do you have that? What is it? Okay, so go ahead and what's your roll on that? Because I'm not seeing it in your. Okay, so I'm not seeing blessing on your character sheet. So remind me what.
I put it in extras.
Oh, that's right, blessing. Yeah, free invokes are per episode. Yeah, that will work. I think it costs you some essence.
Yes, that would be 3 stress.
Yep.
But that's better than doing it during the conflict.
Can I also create an advantage?
Yeah, as you go in, you've got people starting to fill their way in. What are you looking for?
I'd like to use the stunt specific discipline music and know which music that could be played to create like a distraction. So
Okay. So yeah, basically get some of that set up so you can know, like this will bring people out to the bar or to the dance floor.
yeah, so that they could get around. So I would guess roll academic.
Yeah.
Well,
So
We'll go. You get one that would be. Oh, sorry. This would be. One invoke on that. And Summer.
I had a couple questions. The first one was, did we notice cameras?
You found the camera-free zones.
Yeah.
Found the camera-free zones. Secondly, when I was able to get into the back room, was I able to see the like, what do you call it? Like the where all the cameras were being fed to in that room? Was the security room there?
The security room is not like those private offices or there's the private offices. There's a decent chance there's cameras in there, but there's not like a camera room to check them out. So that might be somewhere in the back. There are some other office stuff that you didn't get further into. So that'll be somewhere else on premises.
It will probably be on the premises.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause if we do kill them here, we're probably going to need to destroy that.
Yeah.
If Hitman has taught me anything.
If we attack him in the private offices, though, when like the music's going, the music will probably drown out any noise of the fight.
Yeah, right.
Right. That's the idea.
I had an idea about that. Could that potentially so like making it so the music is like so loud and you're like playing like a favorite song that makes everyone go for it, would that potentially be able to maybe take the edge away from this guy?
It depends on the situation. Like if you've got like it, you would have to go ahead and justify it in the moment. Like if it makes sense to help give you an advantage over him, then yes.
I mean, like no one would be able to hear him because it's like loud. Like no one would be like everyone would be out on the dance floor in general and focusing there. So he'd be kind of alone. He might have bodyguards and stuff like that, right? But it might take away like his home turf a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when I met with him at the other club, he was alone at the bar.
He's still a vampire, which is I think is what the Edge is more about.
Yeah, the Edge is more just monsters automatically have it. It's one of the things that makes monsters like can be kind of terrifying because that D6 instead of one of the fate dice means they can swing pretty far compared to most people on top of their monster stats. I would say he's the most powerful you got up against, but you decided not to try to fight Sherzak. Wisely.
Okay. So taking the edge away is important. So how do we take the edge away from a vampire?
Well, some of it might depend. We can get you... So, Summer, are you in the middle of the dance floor?
Yeah, at the moment, yeah.
Okay. So, as things are going on, you see people come in. At which point, shortly afterwards, you see Gabor come in. And Gabor comes in with Jeffrey Wade. Jeffrey... Ezra was the head of your department.
Yeah. Who's not into this music? So, hi. I guess I'm gonna come out of the bathroom and see him.
Okay. And the others doing this before you start playing?
Yeah, I'm gonna assume like they just have house music kind of going.
Yeah, the kind of house music's going. Yeah, and you see him coming in, and he and Gabor are talking kind of closely as they're walking, and they're going to the bar first. They kind of head towards there, and the two of them seem to be talking about something.
I'm gonna notice that Morgan and Quinn are at the bar, and kind of just go sit near them and see what I can overhear.
What? I am not sure. Two free invokes? Yeah, it keeps going. Like I guess when you do the chat window, it'll zoom me straight towards that thing. I'm like, what the hell's going on?
Obnoxious.
You got the better part of Valor. I gotta get some tokens down there for that. Yeah, so you go there, and you are going to be doing some eavesdropping.
Yeah.
Quinn is also getting it. a notice is Gabor coming in and is getting in on the eavesdropping.
All right. Ezra, you trying not to be heard or seen?
Yeah, I'm gonna pull my hat down a little and tuck my hair back so that
Right.
like the
Go
long
ahead,
hair isn't a giveaway.
Make a spiral. It's going to be a 3 on this one. A little more difficult because Gabor is liked your music and was impressed by you last time. So if he happens to catch you there, he might say something.
Yeah, it's not him I'm hiding from.
Oh, no!
Oh no!
Catastrophic! Now you're sitting there, and the two of them sit there. He's like, "All right, we will have." It goes, Lucy. This one of the other bartenders comes back. Lucy, what do you want, Jeffrey? And he kind of looks and goes, Ezra! Jeffrey, we have one of the best DJs I've heard recently here. My friend Jeffrey here is a professor of music. Jeffrey just kind of looks at you, and like you see a tiny bit of white still, like there on his nose. He just kind of looks at you. Ezra, hi.
Hi.
I had no idea you'd be playing here.
Yeah. It's kind of what I do at night.
Cool. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. I just I know Gabor from we kind of go back a little bit, and he used to come to some clubs I used to play at with the jazz ensemble.
Okay. Yeah. This type of music you've seen adverse to in the past, so it's a little surprising to see you here.
I'm not here. I'm not here for the music. I'm just it's just here. But hey, you're good. How are you? Like it's I don't see you too often outside of work.
Yeah. It's kind of hard. It's like having 2 jobs.
You also your character might have realized he did say he like for jazz ensembles. Jeffrey does not play jazz. In fact, Jeffrey is like one of those classical musicians who's like kind of looks down on it a little bit. But yeah, so just that's great. That's great. We're we're just hanging with Gabor. So yeah, good to see. Gabor, can I I'll go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. And then he just kind of like heads towards the bathroom. And Gabor just sort of laughs and goes, and they kind of hand him a drink and. So you two know each other.
Yeah. He's the head of the department where I work.
He is a bit of a stick in the mud. He's a pain in the ass sometimes, but not terrible.
Yeah, he's been a pain in my ass at times. Yes.
I have some friends coming by tonight. I will not be able to see hear out here for all your set, but the nice thing is, a place like this, it comes through all the walls, no matter how padded they may be. I mean, sometimes not much, but you can still kind of hear it.
Cool.
It's all right. And he just kind of looks and goes, I'll be in my office for a bit to one of the bartenders up there, and she just kind of nods. And then he kind of heads back towards those private offices. Oh no! The head of my department got killed by a vampire. Oh no!
I'm just saying, like now that I know he hangs with Gabor, I'm starting to think he's also a vampire.
I think it's probably more likely to be a user than a giver, if you catch my drift.
Yes, also, but vampires and humans, they don't seem to hang like buddies like that to me, so I don't know, I'm not a vampire. Can't talk to that.
Oh, Summer has someone new to sell to now.
Well, if he's gonna be in the back office, I could probably see about making my way in, seeing if I've been doing a little business for him.
Question.
Maybe wait
Yep.
till music's going before you do that.
Is to do what? You also remember the three of you are at the bar, so you're free to talk. Summer is up on the dance floor, just trying to tear it up with the couple people that are there early to the house music.
Question, Michael.
Yes.
Is this sort of like the VTM vampire that when the vampire bites into someone, for both of them, it's an almost blinding pleasure that they don't really take in their surroundings while they're doing it.
You are probably. My guess is you're intensely curious about that. Are there things?
Well, I have done it before. I've already done it with vampires, so I might know.
Oh, go ahead and make a. Oh, what would it be? Let me. Oh, why am I on that one? Trying to remember all the skills in this one offhand. Go ahead and make your occult to see if you remember.
Oh, Christ.
Give it a 2.
Why would you do this to me?
Anything's better than what I got.
I got a 0. God damn it.
Yeah, unless you're going to use unless you want to spend a fate point.
No, my aspects literally go against it. So, my theory is that the best time to get the drop on a vampire is if they are currently fang deep in someone, i.e. this asshole that just, Ezra had an uncomfortable time with. If they're, having that experience, they won't notice, 4 people sneaking up with stakes and baseball bats and stuff until it's too late, right?
That's a possibility.
At the same time, blood is probably essence for vampires, and the more powerful the more essence a creature has, the more powerful they are.
And also, if they have just gotten essence, they actually get to they get basically a bonus on the next thing that they do.
So we need to do it very quickly in. We need to wait until, fat chomp kill immediately before they can get any blood in whatsoever.
I want to look and see when he's about 75% up to the next essence. That's when I'm going to stake him. I just need it not to ding over into him getting a bonus.
Yeah, I want to see when there's the fangs are 2 centimeters in, and then I'm through. I'm going. So we need to do this very quickly then, if that's what we think is going to happen.
Yeah, in theory, but I figured he'd come out at some point, watch, and then y'all could stalk him back into his office when he goes back in there. Because he just said that, he's not going to be out for the whole thing, but he'll be out for part of it.
Yeah, and it might be a good idea to let things get going a little bit. Make sure we've got good cover. It's still early in the night, after all.
We just need to give whoever's getting drink from lots of absinthe and laudanum. It worked in an interview with the vampire.
Wait. Someone could totally do that.
The kids may have died from that as well, but
Listen, if they also get drunk, Summer is 80% proof in her blood alcohol. This person could get really out of it.
I mean,
try to drink me, vampire. You're not going to be able to walk afterwards.
I mean, interview with a vampire might also not be accurate.
Oh, darn it.
I think I should when I get my set started, get in, whenever I play a song that's really heavy bass and really rumbly, that's your cue. Just go.
Just go in and storm in and
have at it.
Okay.
So I'll play, let's see, let me look at my little playlist and I'll pull up my phone where I've got things saved, and about 15 minutes in.
Okay. Was there a window into the office?
Those private offices do not have windows. It's basically there's a door you go down through, and the hallway has got these different rooms, and the rooms are each sort of padded for sound. Like it looks like a lot of illicit deals and other things happen in these offices. They are fairly nice, so at least whatever's happening there is probably not quite as, grody as the adult store back room.
You just make sure you play the songs where like they have the fighting and the gunshots and everything.
Yeah, I had a song in mind. I've got my little playlist that I put together.
When Jeffrey Wade makes it back to the bar, and he's a bit further down from you, and he goes, "Yeah, I want another gin and tonic." You go and pour him the stuff, pass it over. He is taking himself his drinks.
I have another question.
Mm-hmm.
Can you get advantages in the way, like, the sort of, like, Blades in the Dark flashback thing?
I'd be fine with that for, like, creating an advantage.
Yeah, just being like, oh, I brought this earlier, and I have a reason to through this flashback.
Yeah.
Cool. Can I have asked my, I'm not going to call her a girlfriend, because that's adding a label onto it that Summer is not ready for.
Gail?
Vampire with benefits.
Yeah.
The other vampire, Gail Jordan?
Yeah. Can Summer have asked in the most polite way ever, hey, what's a vampire's weakness?
Yeah, her response is this on the phone or by text? Let's make it on the phone. It'll be faster and more fun.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so she's like, do you just start off with that?
Well, no, she's probably like, hey, how you doing? So first off, loved hanging out with you. It's great.
Great to see you. It's a little bit busy on, like, council work right now. What's up?
Sorry. Yeah, I'll keep it short. That person who, needs to, go on a permanent holiday, sabbatical, I guess you would say. What is, what would push his buttons in a way that would get him on sabbatical easier?
She goes, this is, I've got kind of an interest in not getting specific about this with you because he and I are part of the same family family as far as type of vampire.
Yeah, I did think about that, but also he's an asshole, but also he's like level 100 and I'm like level 99, right?
Okay, first off,
amazing, but
okay, couple things. First off, fuck you. He is not level 100, and you, I love you. You're great, and we've had a great time together. You are not level 99.
Okay. Hypothetically, right? Hypothetically, if he is level 100 and I'm not level 100, I need all the information that I can get to, like, get this guy.
Make your socialite roll because you are an eye hunter, and this is her also saying, here's exactly how to kill me too.
Listen, I have two.
Which I tell people, but I'm a human being, so it's the usual. With vampires, they're sometimes a little bit different.
Socialite, okay. +3. Is that good enough?
There's just this moment, she's like, okay. For the most part, all the basic, like, stereotypical vampire, like, faults, he's got. So he is someone who you can take out with a stake through the heart. If you happen to have the sun on you, that's going to do it too.
Right. Ultraviolet light, does that work, like from the Blade movie?
She goes, I go tanning. It has to be the sun. Are you kidding? If you could just have an ultraviolet light bulb, do you know what would happen to every eye hunter in this town? Do you know how many vampires there would not be right now?
Okay, fair point.
I mean, not all of us are affected by it, but...
Does garlic work? Does silver work?
Okay. If garlic worked, how many Italian restaurants do you think would be in this city?
I mean, I don't know. I've never seen you in an Italian restaurant. You said all the usual things.
They usually like the actual like kills. Okay, first of all, garlic. No, if you show up with garlic or silver, do you know what you're yelling? You're going, "Hey, I know you're a vampire, so maybe don't do that."
So
Stake through the heart, sunlight, and I mean decapitation. Like as far as weakness goes, I mean a stake through the heart and sunlight are the two big ones. The rest of it, I mean the stuff that'll kill you will also eventually kill one of us. It's just a lot harder to do.
Okay, that's very... You sure garlic doesn't... No, never mind. Okay.
I love garlic bread.
Me too, we have that in common.
Well, we'll get garlic bread some night and I'll prove to you it doesn't kill me or sap my strength or stamina.
Cool. Alright, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
We should... Afterwards.
Yeah, she goes, yeah, I think we're both a little busy right now.
Yes, okay. Thank you. And, like, hangs up. Only steaks and sunlight. God damn it.
I mean, I have a pocket knife. I don't know if that'll help.
I can bring steaks.
Oh, so yeah, your socialite roll was a 3, so that was to get... so yeah, we'll say you get a... We'll say, weakness of the vampire with 1 invoke.
We definitely bought steaks off Amazon. I don't remember what else we bought, but we bought steaks.
Yeah, those were in your little toolkit that y'all picked up off of Amazon for what was it, like $40 or $50 since we actually sourced all that stuff on Amazon.
Yeah.
All right, Ezra, it's about time for you to start your show.
All right, so I make my way up there.
Okay.
Not that quickly, but I make my way up there and I get plugged in. I get my headset set up. What's the crowd looking like?
Yes, the crowd comes in. This is definitely they've got a lot of money. They want to be seen as trendy. These are the sort of yuppie people that probably... There's several of them. I will say Quinn... probably Quinn more than Summer, because Summer doesn't show up for the internship as much as Summer should. Recognize a few people just from faces you've seen in the office. There's a good chance they haven't noticed you because those are those kind of people. So the people that are coming in, yuppies, young professionals, business people who are kind of on their way up, they're here to drink, they're here to have a good time, but it's very easy to see pretty quickly. They're also sort of searching for... kind of looking for prey and looking for someone to take home that night, but there also are a number of sort of... They're not business deals, but essentially people from different companies meeting, talking. You see some exchanging of cards. Networking seems to be happening here as well.
Okay. So... And it's pretty crowded at this point.
Yep.
Okay. So I guess I'm going to start my set. And I'll just cue up the first song.
Quinn, you see Gabor come... Or not Gabor, I'm sorry. Labov come in and head over towards Jeffrey at the bar. You're muted.
Yeah, I just remembered. my laptop flashed at me. So Quinn is going to go from blending in to sort of like making themselves noticeable. They come to the other side of Morgan. And sort of just like one of those like tipped glass nod things before sort of deliberately dropping their eyes to pretend they're not paying attention.
Yeah, you see him kind of smile a little bit. Go make an investigator roll. He smiles and looks at you and just goes, Quinn, how great it is to see you again.
Investigator, you said, right? Whoops.
Oh my. What is your actual investigator, Quinn? Oh, only a +2. Yep. That's still...
No, that was not the thing that I meant to ignore.
Oh, no, you still have +2. What is your investigator?
Yeah.
Like, what is the...
1.
What is your... 1. Okay, so 3. Which is great. Yeah, you kind of see Jeffrey, like, slides a envelope full of money. Like, underneath that, I just kind of like, Quinn, very good to see you. And Labov just kind of grabs the money and then just sort of inserts it into his pocket, like, very slickly. He goes, was not expecting to see you out here tonight.
Well, and Quinn sort of gestures up to Ezra. I've been helping Ezra out. They played at the last show.
Gabor talked quite a bit about Ezra. Loved Ezra's work.
They're a pretty good DJ, if I say so myself, and I've been helping them out, doing some tech for them. You know, I don't usually get to come to places like this too often, so when you get it in, you take it, right?
That you do. Just kind of like sidles up and then sort of looks over at Jeffrey for a moment and goes, I will see you later. I will catch up with you later. And Jeffrey kind of like wanders away a little awkwardly. And Morgan, what are you doing while Quinn is talking with Labor or Labov?
Actually, I'd like to try and like scope out security. Like any security guards or anything like that.
Yeah, whatever. It's not hard to see them. There are a couple bouncers. Let me just kind of throw in some random NPCs. Let me go. I'm gonna just use the one from the Rose for now. I don't know if he'll show up, but we'll just kind of put. You got some bouncers sort of by the door. You got a couple hanging out by sort of the private offices. You've got one that's sort of wandering. So yeah, you've got like 1, 2. There's 4 bouncers right now. This is one of those places that honestly the bouncers are mostly there just to put an arm out to stop people from going to places they shouldn't. This isn't a place that seems like it has lots of fights in it.
We found another way into the offices, though, didn't we? Or
you did not.
we did not.
There's really just like the door through here and then into that area.
Consider this at all. Actually, I'm gonna go into the really fancy bathrooms.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try and clog one of the toilets.
Okay. What'd you have eat? I had Chipotle. Okay, it's just
so throw a lot of like, toilet paper in there and stuff.
All right, you're creating that distraction. Go ahead and make a roll.
Not even sure what that would be. Like gorilla?
No, literally maker.
Oh, maker. I didn't hear you said maker. Okay.
Yep, that'll be enough. As you kind of like, grab a bunch of the toilet paper stuff and go in there, and suddenly you've got like water kind of popping up and going all over the floor.
Awesome.
What do you do?
I'm gonna try and like let that bouncer in front of the private offices know, like, hey, the toilets are overflowing right now.
He sort of looks at you and goes, "Man, I'm not a janitor." What do you?
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Are these the type of bouncers that like
roll.
at actual like EDM shows that are walking around squirting water into people's mouths to make sure they don't like overheat and die?
Not here, because most of these people like they're not doing those kind of drugs so much. This is not like a rave kind of thing. This is yuppies who come here to hear this stuff to also talk about a whole bunch of other stuff at the same time.
Okay.
I mean, it seems like it would be a security issue if, the entire bathroom overflows. People get, sick from that. Maybe they sue the club afterwards.
Make your... Oops, sorry, I accidentally clicked that. Make a influencer roll. I think it's influencer. Let me remember the skills. He goes, damn it. Yes, man. He heads towards the bathroom. He goes and grabs stuff out of a closet, heads into the bathroom. All right, what are y'all doing? This can be up to anybody.
Gabor, we're in the offices right now. Just a quick question.
Yep.
Yep.
So, so question, just so I clarify out of character the timeline. How long has it been since the last interaction between the two, between Quinn and?
Like a day and a half.
Can you repeat that for me?
Probably about 2 days. We double take a look. We actually have a calendar. Vampires Fought Outside. That was on the 10th. This is, I think, the Tuesday the 14th. Or actually, Wednesday the 15th would actually make more sense. It's been several days.
Okay. I've held up my end. How should we go about squaring it?
Oh, do you have the money with you?
Quinn pats like their jacket pocket.
Goes, all right, and I'm assuming you want to be in the private offices, I'm guessing?
That is the plan.
All right, go ahead and make your, I think influencer is probably the right one there. To kind of suggest getting back there. Or socialite could work.
Let's see what I do better. Let me scroll, thank you.
I think socialite might actually be the best one. Yeah, public opinion, popularity is more about the influence. Socialite's probably the best one here.
Well, if you insist, it's not as good for me, but so it goes. Ooh.
Do you want to use any fate points to tag any aspects? You want at least a 2, so you're going to want to get probably 2 aspects if you can. Remembering the ones we have up above Night Craving are the ones that have been created for this particular situation.
Sorry, I'm having trouble with the map. So I think invoking sort of like the idea of deals in the back, and this is supposed to be something done a little bit more discreetly.
Okay.
So I definitely think that I could use a fate point for that.
That'll take you up to a 1. You want to get at least to a 2.
I also, hold on, if it will, okay. I just need to pop up the thing.
Either yours or if there's any other ones that have been put up there that you want to use.
Close. Okay, question mechanically. I'm struggling to look at the Foundry map. It's the ones that are under... I'm just trying to look at all of the text to make sure that I can...
They're the ones... You see where it says Night Craving?
Okay, it's the ones under those, yeah?
Or right above. There's also the ones right above it. The ones under it are the ones for Night Craving itself. Yeah. The ones above it are the ones that have been created the last session or this session.
Okay, I think the better part of Valor is discretion.
Okay.
And I have the fate points for both of those.
All right, spend those 2.
So that'll be +4 to my -1.
Yeah, he just goes, yes, come back into my office. And he will make his way back there with you into one of those. Like I said, there's a whole bunch of smaller offices that kind of head off of the side. As you go through, there's one where Gabor is in there talking on the phone on one of them, you kind of pass by that, and he goes into one of the other ones. And he told one of the other guards real quick to come go and grab something for him. So someone will be coming in to get him some more product here in a little bit. Summer, Morgan, Ezra.
I'm going to assume it's been about 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to queue up that song and try and spot the other two to do something. Okay. But as I do it, I'm going to, like, hype up the crowd to do, like, the Wall of Death. But I don't know how well it's going to go with a bunch of yuppies.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, it'll be a 3 on this one if you want to get them, like, kind of up and going.
Influencer?
Yep. You do have one free invoke on the Kush gig that's been advertised.
Yeah, I'm going to use that.
All right. So tell me what do you let them know to get them all on the floor and going nuts?
I just kind of yell out, "Hey, this is my first time in this club. Why don't we really shake the place down?"
Like just the worst Chad Bros you've ever seen, just running, just going nuts, and like it's every bad stereotype of like just the white, gonna be rich, gonna be insufferable
frat
kind
boys.
Of dude you can think of. Yep. Like someone vomited frat boys up on the dance floor, and they just start to go nuts.
I'm trying to draw the security into this.
All right, yeah. So they are in the middle of the floor, just going haywire. Morgan and Summer.
I want to just try and walk into the private offices like I belong there.
Okay. Again, in this case, it won't be too hard if you just want to make a spy and don't get negative.
Well, that hopefully.
There you go.
Okay. Good. And then Summer.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and like basically do the same before the door can close. I'm gonna try and slip in behind Morgan.
All right, do the same thing.
Oh God.
Well, you're good because right now with the amount of people going on and the fact that people are going in and out of there, and the guard that's normally there is on bathroom duty. In the back there's about 6 different rooms. Gabor is in the second. You've actually got Quinn and Labov in the 6th. And you see Gabor is on the phone with someone. Oh, no, blah, blah, blah. Just sort of talking at that point. What's everyone doing?
Someone's gonna try and find. So there's 6 rooms in the private offices.
Yep.
Is it easy to look into them?
Yeah, there is a small window out there, and it looks like the walls themselves are padded enough that they are essentially soundproof.
So does one of these have the camera hub in them?
No, the camera hubs are not here.
God damn it. Okay.
Oh yeah, Quinn, you are way off the map for some reason.
Right.
Yeah.
I've been struggling a lot. Apparently, Foundry just hates my computer setting.
You thought about just slapping Foundry around a little bit and say, "Look, buddy, you better work for me from now on."
I just realized y'all are gonna have to do this without me because I'm doing the distracting.
Oh, there may be things you end up having to do. Like you might be vital in actually like helping take away the
edge.
Yeah, partly.
And not being in the fight is better for your health anyway.
Is Gabor doing anything specific right now? If we like,
you see him on the phone, and he seems to be like, yeah, it's you can't really hear through it, but it definitely looks like he is yelling at someone on that phone.
Right.
We definitely want Quinn because we've got like Summer who's pretty good at fighting, and I'm basically useless at fighting. And that does not equal 1 vampire kill.
Okay. Is Labov a vampire?
Yeah. Labov is also getting a little bit flirty. Like Labov gives you a package of some more stuff as someone comes and drops it off to you, Quinn, and is getting a bit flirty in the booth.
You have to kill 2 vampires?
So
Have to, could, or get to. You can determine which of those verbs you want to use. You don't have to. You might get to, or you could.
It would be very good.
I mean, I guess if we ambush Labov, he can't help Gabor.
Yeah. And
I mean,
theoretically, Labov is a less good vampire, right? They're like less on the food chain.
Mm-hmm.
So
okay, so we're trying to. Quinn is not really going to be down for that.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to refill while you go if you want to discuss.
Because
Boogaloo, but okay.
like, we don't really know who Labov is. Like, you're the one who knows who Labov is. So.
So here's my question: do we see like Quinn or Summer like at the little window in the door going?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
So
Quinn
yes.
is actually genuinely trying to finish their end of the deal, though.
That totally sounds like what Summer would be doing, like, in the window.
Just like looking at Quinn, being like, "Do you want me to, like stab this guy? You fight?" And then Quinn's just like, "No, no, 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 no." And like someone's like, "Oh, okay." And like gives thumbs up, and like slides away.
It's just Summer looks so sad when you say no, don't kill the vampire.
And then Summer will look at Morgan and be like, "Guess we're on our own here."
Maybe we should hide in, like,
Unless Quinn finds a reason to leave for a few minutes.
yeah. Maybe we could, like, hide in one of the other rooms until Quinn's done with Labov.
Good
So
idea.
anyway,
Fine.
Quinn is gonna make sure that everything is all sort of like squared away and taken care of.
Mm-hmm. He goes, "It's all taken care of. You sure you don't want to stick around for a little while, or are you heading off? The person I saw is currently he's got business with my boss, but beyond that, I'm not doing much."
I mean, I was gonna hang around and catch the show.
That sounds excellent.
And, of course, if there's more work to be had, I think at the very least I've proven myself capable of this sort of level.
I'll tell you what I'll do. Anyway, make a... You're trying to probably manipulate him so you can go away, but maybe let him get out of your hair for a little bit. Nope,
Yeah,
maybe-
that's sort of the idea is just to sort of,
Okay.
Quinn at this point definitely knows that the other two are in there and this is an opportunity.
Mhm.
So Quinn is definitely trying to Quinn doesn't fancy their chances against both of them, so they're just trying to get him out.
Yeah, go ahead and make your socialite roll. Just to see if you get what you want. You're good. And he goes, "Well, that'd be great. So tell you what, I'm going to go into the some of the back offices, take care of some stuff. I'll see you on the dance floor in a little bit."
Of course.
All right. And he heads his way kind of out. And then, Ezra, you see Labov come out, and then he kind of goes through a doorway that's between those private booths and the private offices.
Okay, so I'm going to, after seeing that, I'm gonna, the song's going, so I'm just gonna quickly grab my phone, just things, but also quickly with one hand text, Quinn, your dude just booked it between some doors, so don't know where he went. Have fun with that.
So Quinn is gonna come out now and start looking for the others.
Yep, y'all are in the hallway.
Actually, is there a lock on the door between the private offices and the dance floor?
You can see one, but doesn't mean there is one. But
is there? If there's no actual lock, is there? Which way does the door open?
wait, you mean in the private booths, or I'm sorry, in the private offices, or the offices that Lebov went up towards? Because
the offices that we're in now.
Oh yeah.
Door to get back there.
Oh no, the ones here, you're not seeing locks on the doors. Well, there are locks on some of them, but if you do like a quick just sort of check, the lock on the door Gabor in is not locked.
I meant like the one that the guard was in front of, that got us back here.
Oh, yes.
Could we lock that just in case?
Yep.
Make it a
does
little
buy
bit
us
harder
at least
for
a little bit of time.
Yeah. Like it's a little bit suspicious, but if we're back to killing him, then that's really suspicious.
That's more suspicious. Yep, you go and lock the door. What do y'all do?
So, as Summer puts it. Wait.
So mechanically, one thing to think about is this. So if you notice up top, I'm putting the knife under the monster. Gabor, because he is the monster, has the edge. He's a 3-star vampire, which means you need to have a 6 or more on whatever it is you do to get the edge away from him. Remember, other people can create advantages, do other stuff for someone to make their roll, and hopefully remove that edge, which will bring it over to your team. It doesn't go to a specific person, it goes to your side. Now, if he gets it back, then it's one that he can use again. So basically, it's like, there's a thing with that, but...
Is anyone good at sneaking? Like, maybe sneak up behind him in his office?
I had an idea for that. Quinn has a reason for being back here, right?
Yeah.
Could Quinn be like, hey Gabor, can I talk to you for a moment? And then use that to give us an advantage on like our ability to sneak up to him and then hit him.
We'll make it a distraction.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Quinn could definitely... that's well within their skill set, especially considering grifting and lying like that is what he's best at.
Right.
And Ezra, you also can... Remember, this is stuff, you can do some stuff to give advantages from where you're at.
So we hooked up the light system. I remember we did that. I think noticing, security's away from that door, I'm going to assume they did something to the door so that nobody can get in or out to give some time. I'm going to start like the strobes and make them pretty hardcore.
Okay.
I don't know. Do I need a roll for that to create
Yeah,
the advantage?
Basically you'll be creating an advantage. We'll give you a 2 on this one.
So what would I need to...
And that sounds like that might be your professional music gig thing.
Yeah, I would say specific knowledge. Okay, here we go.
Ooh!
Holy
shit! Well, a couple things. You succeed with style. You get 2 free invokes. Yeah, what do you want to call that one?
I met this pretty rave girl.
Yeah, stuff starts going absolutely just... And then the lights are just heading all over the place. And you have got like a loud enough distract, even in the back. Like, it's coming through loud. All right, that has got 2 free invokes.
So,
yeah, I would say your free invokes, keep in mind, that makes sense. That could make sense here. Like, scoped out the Weasley business dude, not so much. But the Met This Pretty Rave Girl and Lay of the Land are free invokes that you can use.
Camera free zone would make sense too, I would think.
That would make a difference as far as Gabor, like getting the one up on Gabor. There's other things that can make a difference for, but
Yeah.
like, he doesn't have people warning him, for example.
Yeah.
So I think what Quinn is going to do next is try to bait him out, like, sort of like, because Quinn just finished that first deal and is going to sort of knock on the door to try to get Gabor out so they can talk,
Okay.
aka murder him.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's that moment. You barely hear through there, what do you want? Sort of barely coming through the door. He looks like he's yelling. So what do you do?
Well, I've been starting to do a little work for you, and I was wondering if you might have something else for me that I could help you out with.
So are you working on creating an advantage, or are you going to try to do an overcome by using, like, because it'll be a 6 to overcome him and get the edge from him.
We also have a lot of aspects already.
Yeah, like, this is, not only is it like my +4 skill, we've got aspects, and I still have fate points for invokes. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and try to get the edge from him.
All right, so it'll be a 2 on there. Go ahead. That's probably influencer.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm lying to him, and because I'm trying to set him up to get murdered, would it be something I could use Grifter for?
Yes, you absolutely could.
I need to get to 6, correct?
A total of 8, because it's a 2 to get him out of there, and then 6 above that for the overcome. So yeah, you've got what, 3? You have 4, 5, 6, 7. You can get for free.
And
do
your
you
roll
want to
was
take
slightly
those?
worse than average, I think.
So you would need you just need to invoke one more thing for a fate point.
So I think I'm gonna invoke Disaffected.
Mm-hmm.
Namely that on the one hand, Quinn knows that they're essentially lying to get this guy killed,
Mm-hmm.
but at the end of the day, like, it's, he's a scumbag anyway, and it's like, we're here for a job. Don't get invested either way.
Yeah, so he kind of grabs towards what? He steps kind of full out into the hall. I'm assuming Morgan and Summer are probably at his back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
At this same time, Ezra, you sort of notice all this is going on. Jeffrey starts walking his way back toward, kind of goes around the stuff, but he is going back towards those offices.
Shit. I'm gonna accidentally lay on one of my levels and kind of make an ear-splitting sound.
Okay.
To kind of distract him and everyone else. So that'd be, again, me knowing what I'm doing, so...
Okay. Yeah, everyone's like, "Wah!" And like, he's kind of heading back towards that door, and just stops and kind of, like, along with everyone else who. And I gotta be honest, Ezra, this is not going to look good for you getting at Gabor's clubs after he's been murdered in the back room.
It'll do, and then I'll just quickly fix it and just pick up the mic and go, "Look, sorry, had a little bit too much tonight."
All right, so Morgan and Summer.
So like, I don't know if Morgan was, because I don't know how What is Morgan? Is Morgan ready to attack, or is Morgan like hiding behind Summer, or is like what Morgan? What is Morgan doing?
Are you creating an advantage for Summer?
I don't really know what I would use for. I think I'm ready to attack too.
Okay, dope.
Because I can't really think of anything that would be like create an advantage here.
Right. As we all know, dual wielding is like the coolest aesthetic. So Summer has 2 stakes holding them, right, and just has them like high up in the air above her head, just ready and waiting, just like staring at Quinn. And then as soon as the back showing, is just gonna absolutely try and just get the sneak on this guy.
Okay. So aiming for the heart is a little hard. So there'll be a basic level that you have to hit on that if you're going for the heart, which could end up killing him. But I'm assuming, are you using the free invoke for the edge?
Yes. Absolutely.
All right. So yeah. So with the free, you should have the edge die in the bottom bit of macros.
I do. Yes.
Okay. And this is one too where, I mean, Morgan, if you wanted to do something, you could create an advantage for.
Yeah, I did actually realize like.
Yeah, because you made
I'm trying to,
if
like,
you
point
succeed,
out,
you can
like,
get 1 free invoke.
Kind of trying to point out like when the best time, like whispering into Summer's ear, like now.
Hold! Hold! Unleash hell!
Question, because this is a moment of dramatic tension. Can we take a 5-minute bio break, please?
That would actually be great. Let us take a couple minutes. We'll be back in 5 at 7:30. Well, it's 7:30 my time.
To rack up the tension.
All right. So, at this point, so we've got Morgan and Summer. You are kind of behind Gabor.
Yeah. And I was trying to create an action to kind of point out, like, okay, attack now.
All right, go ahead and make a gorilla roll. What'd you get on that?
A 0.
Yeah, you do not end up creating a a thing like this. You're like,
Yeah.
now, and then Summer.
Right. So there are no advantages I can do on this right now.
You can use the advantages that are created, like the ones that have been created up above.
Where am I looking?
So right up above the map, like right up above where it says like what Night's Edge, Night Craving. Those are the ones that are currently available.
Like weakness of the vampire. The better part of Valor's discretion might work because it's a sneak attack.
Yeah.
Yep, that's true. Can I argue that
You can argue.
Gabor is impressed by Ezra and is kind of like digging this gem right now, and so that's distracting them more, right?
Can I name it? Can I get to name it since I have music playing?
Would that be a good thing?
You're just saying I met the pretty rave girl.
No, Gabor is impressed by Ezra.
Remember, you can make the roll and then use those, so it might be a possibility.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Is this spy or fighter?
Are you stabbing him?
Oh yeah. Fighter, gorilla could work. Usually for going through the heart, there's about a 3 is the opposition, and then above that is through the heart itself.
Oh, that is just.
Oh, you weren't using the edge.
Oh, I wasn't using the edge. Never mind. Hold on.
Well, the thing is, we can look at the first 3 dice you rolled.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. If you just want to roll a d6, we can go. You currently have a -1.
So just.
Oh, so let's just take the let's take the d6.
So the d6 was.
So 4. So you would have a 6 total.
Is that good?
Yeah. So 4. Yeah. Your fighter is what? Your fighter is a +3. So 7. Yeah, those actually will equal itself out. No, it'll be a -1, so that makes it a 6. That is enough. Yeah, as you go, like you actually, with a 3, and I'm just double checking here real quick. 3 shifts to hit the heart is what you need. But yeah, as you strike, the thing is they're very vulnerable, and is Summer going to realize which side the heart is on, or is this going to be a lucky strike?
It probably slow motion is just like slowly going down towards the right, and then she's like, "Oh wait, no," and so like just curves it slightly so it just hits the left.
All right, so what's going to happen is you're going to cause an extra 2 points of damage because he has a 5 potency, which means we add 10 points of damage to the damage you just did.
Okay. Would that kill him outright? Would invoking some of these aspects kill him faster?
It would not hurt.
Okay. So,
And there's one that's really obvious.
So, weakness of the vampire is a +2. The better part of Valen is discretion, which is a +4. And listen. Ezra's got an earworm going on right now, and Gabor was digging Ezra earlier. Like just having that stuck in the head just lets us just so easily he's humming it right now. Would that get us another +2?
Yeah, I could because he's distracted enough where
yes,
he's not paying that much attention.
So
Does Summer have
12.
anything on her sheet?
Oh,
I'm also going to say this: the actual the PDF, the actual like indexing they have, is not great.
Because I love just this idea of Summer one-shotting the vampire we were so scared of.
You might be able to.
that's a 12. Hold on. Let me look at my.
You got the lights going crazy.
I do have.
You what about, do you have any like things you can invoke for fate points that would fit here?
No, I don't have any good stuns, but never stand still. Those are dangerous as hot. Vision block.
I mean,
This is very dangerous. We're in a club right now, murdering someone. Probably the most risky job we've done so far in terms of like being caught.
True.
Right? Would that work?
Yeah, that can. So what is your total?
So that's 14 right now.
Okay, so 14. So we're looking at a total of 24 points. I am gonna, just because of his straight out toughness. Okay, so that takes it. So 14, 24. That's 21 points. So for him, let's. Actually, what is this? Let me do it this way.
I really want this to happen, guys. I really want this to happen.
Summer's good at one thing.
one-shotting enemies.
Oh yeah, there we go. So 6, 10, 11, 12.
He's creating.
Yeah, so basically he has a total of, between his stress and his consequences, he has 19.
So we did it?
You did what, 22? Let me just one thing I want to double check. Yeah, as you come through, just like you, Quinn, have a front row seat just to see the light leaves his eye as through the back of his coat, the stake comes out like straight through his heart. He goes, and then just collapse. And I will say, you did well enough this summer. It comes cleanly out, and you are still standing there as he just kind of falls to the ground with a giant hole through his back, through his heart, and up into his shirt. He is now dead on the floor in front of you.
Summer is just like, there's just like a beat of Summer's just stupid face, just being surprised, just being like,
Summer, did you just do that?
Oh, you use what? Impressed by... Well, actually, the Gabor being impressed is no longer going to count for anything else. And did you also use I Met a Pretty Rave Girl?
No.
Okay.
We used better part of valor of discretion and weakness of the vampire, though.
Gotcha. Alright. And you now have a body at your feet.
That was easier than I expected. Good job, Summer.
So, hold on. We sort of like cased out the place.
Mm-hmm.
So we would have an idea of like entrances and exits.
Does someone want to spend a fate point to have an exit that's outside of the private offices?
We did the camera free zone and we scouted it before, so I would say scoped out Weasley Business Dude would count.
I'm at 4 out of 4 fate points.
No, the thing is with a you can create a not a plot. You can create something in the fiction by spending a plot point, and that will create doorways, a doorway to the outside from the private offices.
Yeah, I just spent the fate point.
Yep, there is a doorway that way, but yeah, as that's happening, it's like everyone's recovered. Jeffrey Wade is walking his way back towards that office.
Not knowing what's going on in the office?
Yeah. Because everything stopped for a moment. It's like, woo, which is probably one of the things that kind of caught the attention with you impressed by it. And then suddenly there's that big, kind of looks back just as.
The door is locked, correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
There's a window in that door, though.
Yeah. Do you,
Weekend at Bernie's. Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah, I advocated for that last time. Weekend at Bernie's this.
So Quinn is like, does he have like a suit jacket or something we could put over the back?
Summer, I think, is already dragging him into one of the booths.
Okay.
Away from eyeline.
Yeah, the thing is, there is some blood around because when you stab someone through the heart, even a vampire, blood that actually. Oh, shit, now. Quinn, that was right in front of you. You'd have blood on you because it went through the front, and so blood would have
But I
spurted
told
onto
everybody
you.
to wear all black to look like stage ninjas.
And we ordered those little Tide things.
The Tide.
Go and use them.
The Tide pens, but I did tell everybody to wear all black because they didn't look like stage techs.
Are you millennials? Are you eating those Tide Pods?
Quinn would be in black anyway, and is not very pleased about this, but at least isn't, overtly bloody.
Mm-hmm. So Ezra, do you warn them that Jeffrey's on the way?
I'm gonna pick up the mic and I'm gonna say, hey, this is something I just came up with recently, inspired by a challenge I was given at work, so I'm just gonna let you guys hear this for, world premiere.
Okay, you try to distract Jeffrey?
Yeah, trying to distract him, because I don't know how much time I need to buy.
Make your influencer roll.
Alright.
That'll be enough. As he kind of stops by the door and is just like looking up your way. What are y'all doing in that hallway with the body?
Obviously, we're good at burn using it.
Quinn is, as part of the ruse, is definitely like pretending to be escorting a very, very drunk person out the door.
Mm-hmm. Hey, kind of pick him up and start making your way out. What are Summer and Morgan doing?
Summer is probably very. Yep, she's not thinking about it. She's like taken off her like shirt or like jacket or whatever, like a hoodie, probably a hoodie, and has just dove on like the bloody patch on the like I don't know, the wall or the floor or something, and is trying to clean it up really fast with her jacket.
Okay.
I like the idea that I'm trying to like keep an eye out, partially for like the camera-free zones that we already did, and also like any guards or anything like that.
Okay.
To make sure that like the path that we're going down is the right path and clear and.
Yeah, because it actually leads out to an alley that kind of goes straight by, like straight around it. Like there's next to a building. It goes towards the street, or you go back towards the back where you've got dumpsters and other stuff.
Yeah, like going out in front, peeking out the door, like okay, no one's in the alley.
All right, where do you take Gabor?
Do we do the exact same thing that we did last time?
I mean, Granny didn't say not to.
Shoving dumpster, call Granny.
She did just ask us to call her earlier next time.
Wait, should we like take a picture for whatever for Shirzak?
Ezra is gonna like awkwardly like snap a selfie.
You pose with the body. Hey.
It doesn't show Ezra's face, but it no, it doesn't show Quinn's face, but it does show the corpsicle.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
We are
And yeah,
totally
fairly
organized
quickly,
and-
you just get a good, lots of O's, that is texted back to you from Shirzak. And then a moment later, it ends up, because it's 3,500, which divided by 4 is about $875 each.
I guess that's one way for Ezra to find out.
Yeah, my phone's gonna ding, and I'm gonna see the money, and I'm just gonna go, and I'm just gonna thank the crowd. I'm gonna cue up that last song and wrap it up.
Yeah, so while you're in the weather, Jeffrey Wade kind of comes up to you and just goes, "So what challenge? It's loud. What challenge at work got you to do that one?"
Just something from the students. They wanted to hear something cool.
Listen, it's not normally my thing, but tonight it was okay, except for that thing where your entire system went haywire. Do you mean to take a look at it? Because I messed with sound systems before, because, we have to deal with that kind of stuff, because a lot of places you don't do this, and it's one of those things like, do you mean look at it?
It's not my sound system, it's the club's, so you can just take it up at the club and see if they
Can't
want
trust
to
clubs. You should bring your own stuff. You should have your own sound system. I have my own sound system. I don't know if you've got one that you take around with you, but it's always good to have it because you can trust that it's actually good.
I need a little bit more money before I can do that.
Just kind of smiles and goes, "Gotcha. I gotta go see Gabor. It's good to see you."
Bigger guns.
So, I know it sounded like Quinn and Morgan were taking the body out. Summer, are you you're sort of like taking care of stuff in the hallway?
Yep, just doing a quick cleanup if I can.
Yep. And make a maker roll.
Summer?
Yeah.
Oh god. A maker roll.
To be honest, you've probably cleaned up stuff before.
Yeah. Always been bad.
Damn! Yeah, you managed to get it cleaned up by the time you hear like tunk 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 on the door. Can you hear Gabor?
Oh yeah, no.
It's Jeffrey Wade.
Somebody's outie just following after everyone else. Nope.
And you gotta see him at the window going, Gabor? Where are you, man?
Without being seen.
You want to hit spy if you want to sneak out and make your spy roll.
God damn it. Yeah, no, don't think about it. Just run. 2.
Yep, that'll be enough. Is you kind of pop out in the alley. Yeah, you got Morgan and Quinn out there with a body. You've got Ezra finishing up on the set. You still have a body. Once again, that is often a problem in society.
I'm gonna grab my USB stick and my bag that's on stage and kind of book it outside from the dance floor. As the other guy gets set up for the night. So I'm gonna do that and see if I can catch people or distract them before they see whatever body happened.
Okay, are you heading outside and then around like the alleyway?
Yeah.
All right, what are y'all doing with the Gabor?
Dumpster?
Dumpster?
We're looking. Quinn is looking for something sort of like out of the way so he can text Granny that they have another corpse.
We could just stick it in my car, in my trunk. I don't know how we're gonna get a body in a trunk without drawing attention, but
we just do what.
As someone who has performed in bars, for over a decade, the person who's like the band or the DJ and such often pulls their car up on the curb or right next to it.
Yep, that's what I'm thinking. So I'll see them struggling with a body, go grab my car and pull it on up. and kind of wave them down.
So we're gonna continue to work weekend at Bernie's it.
Yeah, someone else make a spy roll to make sure that you are not seen as you get it through.
Does anyone actually have spy?
I have small spy. As we need. Do we have any kind of advantage here?
People can create one.
So.
Oh, some of you got a +2?
I have a +1.
No, but you just rolled. You got a total of +2. Fair.
Earlier,
yeah, that'll be enough to actually get there in there.
Oh, so we don't need to roll, or?
I think that was the roll for.
Was that the previous? It said 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
It lies about the time. Oh, you bastard!
Or we just went through the scene that quickly.
No, that was Summer trying to get out of the club.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Yeah. Okay. People can create an advantage if you want to do that before.
I was thinking that maybe Quinn and Ezra could go like grab stuff.
Yeah, organizer. I could organize that we can grab things to get out of here. So I guess packing up for the night and do organizer.
Yeah, we'll say there's a couple people kind of like walking down the street. It's not hard to kind of wait for people there, so you can kind of throw the body into the back. You now have the body in the trunk. You're gonna have to end up putting your equipment into the back seat, but that'll be fine. It would be funner if you all drove with Ezra, because it's just like, sorry, you're stuck.
They can put the equipment on their laps and.
Well, actually, are you the one that has a car?
No, I have a car too.
Yeah.
It's like a beater from like 30 years ago, but it's a car.
And also has a.
Yeah.
Or at least can borrow a car when they need to impress people.
All right. So, what do you want to do with the body now that you have it in the back seat or the trunk?
I mean, I'll just text everyone and say meet at my place, and then like remind Quinn to call Granny and have Granny meet at my place.
I just love how that's her name now, Granny.
All right, so you call Granny. She meets you out at your place as you keep it in there. Granny kind of hobbles out of the car, and like she has with her 2 big, beefy-looking dudes that seem to be like her backup. Kind of comes out, and she's sort of like back, like a little bit of like kind of like hunched over, and goes, "Oh, Quinn, how you doing? Look at, you still got some red on you."
Work hazard, I guess.
Yeah, that is a problem. Kind of looks around and goes, "Well, if you called me, I'm assuming there's another body. You got taken down a couple in the last few days. You got another body you need me to take care of, too?"
And I'm gonna assume we're in my garage so that the neighbors don't see this.
Okay.
And I'm gonna just pop the trunk.
Okay. She sort of looks at it and goes, "All right, we can take care of this, but that'll be about $700 for the fee to remove the body."
Take it.
$700 is what Summer says.
I've got it. And Quinn's already gotten their the money over to where it needs to go out of their cut of the $850.
Summer try and like offer drugs instead.
No.
Quinn is gonna stop her from doing that.
She goes, "I could do you the favor the once because it was an emergency, but yeah, I do have to make a living myself. It's not easy taking care of these things."
Nope, that's
course.
fair. That's fair.
And well, I'll put it this way. I got an extra cut outside of what we made for the job, so.
Just all right. If you just want to make a note, you I guess then you only made like 175 for the job. Everyone else made 875. Unless you end up splitting that cost for Granny. It was.
I mean,
my grandsons will take care of the problem, and they kind of go in and take it out of the backseat of yours or the trunk of yours and put it in the trunk of hers.
In hindsight, we could have like looked in his office for stuff to sell.
Yeah, but body crowded club should just get out.
All right, and yeah, then nobody does anything else with them. They'll end up driving off.
Summer is gonna text fucking names Gail, and just text dinner's on me tonight, and then like a minute later there's gonna be another text that says that was a joke about how I have blood on me. I can't actually afford to pay for dinner.
And you get a text that says keep it on.
You see someone like making very like happy like punch the air motions.
Wait, since when?
Summer's going off to hook up with a vampire. What about everybody else?
Since when has it gotten so emotionally easy for us to kill someone and then hide the body? Is this changing us?
I mean, what do you think the point of iHunt was?
I
mean, sure, yeah, there are gigs that don't require murder, but they pay like shit.
And I mean, killing zombies is one thing.
I'm gonna just say, look, I didn't do much with this one. I'm gonna go call the club organizer, apologize for leaving so quickly, and just say there was an emergency, and see about getting my payment for DJing.
Okay.
So.
And then Quinn?
Quinn is very much sort of like done for the night, like winding down. Just like they've done the job. They made a little, like, part of why the law, like, fronting for the cleaner wasn't such a big deal is they made a little bit off the, their cut from the drugs, so it wasn't quite as bad a hit as it might have been otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, Quinn is just wrapping up, taking it easy.
I think I might want to use the money to change the locks so my brother doesn't get in again.
Unfortunately, one thing you know about your brother is he knows how to deal with locks. All right, it sounds like it's a little earlier for us, but that sounds like a good place to sort of end for the night.
Sure.
Good.
Yeah,
and I think
Feels like it kind of makes sense though, because we split this encounter into 2 short sessions rather than one long one.
Yeah, I think technically 3 short sessions. Yeah, that sounds like this is the big fucking deal story selfie. Yeah, one thing also keep in mind, because we keep forgetting, with those episode selfies, you can actually go those back. You can call them back for a +1 instead of a +2 if you've got something that kind of fits with the ones that have happened previously. For this one, remember, one of the things you can do with the advancements for the big fucking deal selfies, take 1 additional skill set point, which can buy a new set at average or increase an existing skill by a single rank. So if you end up spending it, that's something that you can do. You can also use these callbacks, the big fucking deal callbacks, are a +2 instead of a +1.
I assume that adding a point to a skill would still have to follow the rules of the skill pyramid.
I believe so. Let me just double check. Yeah, it sticks with the same thing with the skill pyramid.
Yeah.
I believe so. I will double check that. But that's also one where you can figure out the selfie, and then we can talk a little bit about whether you want to spend those next time. Skill sets.
I'm really excited for you to see this quote-unquote selfie.
Big move.
I've been sitting on this one ever since we went online shopping
This
for
one, okay.
vampire murder.
I found it. God damn it! I'm gonna use it. Yeah, I will double check if that skill pyramid a thing for iHunt or not.
I mean, yeah, this is our.
Mine's gonna be a generic thanks to everyone for coming out selfie, because didn't do anything.
Oh no, you created some advantages. You also kept Jeffrey from going back there when they were going to stab Gabor.
Yeah, I kept the asshole alive. Oh
Yeah.
no.
Well, the thing is, you were killing a different asshole.
Oh my god,
All
it
right.
has to be.
If we want to go ahead and Sarah, do we want to go through and tell people where you can be found online if you want to be found? I'm Michael Matthews. I can be found on Twitter at ImprovGM. Also, Michael Matthews Jr. I can be found on TikTok at the same places. And if you are here, you are watching ImprovGM on Twitch.
I'm Kirst. You can find me at Kirst on Twitter. You can also see my link tree there, which has my links to where else I stream, because I'm also in a Monster of the Week game. Or you can follow me at twitch.tv/Kirst, and I host whenever I'm on someone else's stream.
You can, all of my links are on my Twitch. It's just easier this way, at Abstract Halo 13. So you can just pop over there. And yeah, Abstract Halo generally on like TikTok and stuff like that. But yeah, my links are there.
Do we have a Z or?
I think I am the only person with socials left. You can find me on Twitter at FandomJunkieZ for whatever particular bee is in my bonnet that day. Right now, it's going to be a lot of playoff hockey because I'm a nerd like that too. And we'll be back next week right here.
All right. Y'all have yourselves a great evening, and I will end